We are on our way for the second day older to Stubbs. He allows it to go through outside the off stump and there is no run. Hello everyone, welcome to the second morning play in the first test match between the West Indies and South Africa from Port of Spain in Trinidad. As a result of over 5 hours of play washed out yesterday, we are on our way half hour earlier this morning. Thank you for tuning in. One delivery have been bowled so far by older to Stubbs. He's on his way for the second delivery of the day's plays. Up, ball to Stubbs, who allows it to go through to the Silva. And again, there is no run. So older, just starting this morning, holding that fifth stump line, those two deliveries as they go through. Nothing wrong with that. Please, I really happy that you are here and glad that you could join us as we go through the first session on the second morning of the first test between West Indies and South Africa from the Queen's Park Oval in Trinidad. So the field for older bowling to Stubbs, there are 3 slips, a backward pointer cover mid-off. Older past the umpire now, bowl to Stubbs and Stubbs just guide that away down towards third man. He's going to run very close to the boundary. It slows up the fielder, pulled it back just inside the boundary. Let's see, that's Gudakesh, Motie, and they come back for 3. So South Africa on their way. So Stubbs will now move up to 5. The score will now move up to 48 for 1. So resuming on 45 for 1, that one just pitched on a good length. It got the outer portion of the bat, past third slip, and goes down towards third man, and they got 3. And they just moved the man from gully to third slip because they had started out with 2 slips on a gully. And just as they moved the gully and put him to third slip, the ball goes through where gully was, and it went away for 3. But that's the nature of the game. You cannot have the fielders everywhere. So older is it to bowl to the left-handed Zorzi. Up, bowl to Zorzi, and Zorzi taken on the pad, stifled appeal, and there is no run. We are in the first over of the second morning. It is being bowled by Jason Older. And he's off to a very good start here. It's a similar field for Stubbs. That one did shape a little back into the batsman, but it always started too straight. It started on about mid and leg. It pitched outside leg, and although straightening, it was always going to be not out. Older over the wicket, bowls to Zorzi on his pad, clipped away, through square leg. The fielder at mid wicket give chase, but fine leg gets there first, sends the return in. They got a single. The score moves up now to 49. Zorzi moves up to 3. Stubbs moves up to 33. Stubbs and 5 comes back into strike. And we are still in over number 1. 49 for 1 here. As older is it now. He will be bowling to Stubbs. He comes in. So there's 3 slip backward point, cover mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, fine leg. Older to Stubbs, and Stubbs plays and misses outside the ash stump, goes through to the keeper. And that's the end of the first over on the second morning of the first test between the West Indies and South Africa. So yesterday, just over an hour's play was possible. 15 overs were bowled. And during that time, Zorzi made 32, but Older got the wicket of Markram, Aiden Markram, with a beauty. It pitches just about 4th or 5th stump, came back through the gate, pinned his off stump, it went flying out of the ground, and Markram was gone. A few deliveries after, at the completion of the 15th over, rain came, and that was it for the rest of the day's play. South Africa closed the day at 45 for 1. And it was the first day ever in the history of the cricket forum doing watch along in a test match. Roach round the wicket, ball to Zorzi, who's tight in defense, plays it out into the offside, and there is no run. The score remains 49 for 1. So I was making the point, it was the first day ever in the history of I doing watch along for test cricket that I covers the entire day's play in our test match. So I did it. History was made yesterday. Only 15 overs were possible, and we did it. We did all 15 overs. So congratulations to you all. We all did it. We covered entire day's play in a cricket match. Roach is it, round the wicket to Zorzi. Gets there now, 3 sips go down, ball to Zorzi, and it comes in, got the inner portion of the bat, goes past the square leg umpire. They got a run. So Zorzi moves up to 34. Stubbs, who is on 5, will come into strike now. So South Africa are 50 without loss. 50 without loss, and we are in over number 17. It is being bowled by Kemar Roach. Reminding you that Aiden Markram went bowled by Jason Older yesterday for 9. At the crease is Zorzi, who's not out on 34. Tristan Stubbs is on 5. Roach is in his 6th over. Yesterday, he bowled 5 overs, 3 made and none for 6. He comes in now, over the wicket, bowled to Stubbs, and Stubbs defend out into the offside. The man at cover field, and there is no run. I expect this with all the rain that was on the pitch yesterday. I expect it to freshen up a little, and it probably just bind it a little together. I mean, I'm not there. I'm just trying to call upon my experience here now. I do have the first-hand knowledge, but I just expect, because it was starting to keep low already from yesterday. I expect the rain to just freshen it up a little. Roach over the wicket, bowls to Stubbs. Stubbs defends. Good bowling here by Roach. It goes to the man at mid-cover, and there is no run. The score remains at 50 for 1. So expect the ball to come through a little better today for at least the first hour and a half, or maybe even up to lunch. But this morning should be good for batting. It should be good for batting. Not much pace to hurry you, but it should be good for batting. It should be coming onto the bat nicely, and the batsman will be able to play their strokes. Roach to Stubbs, and Stubbs beaten outside the off stump. Probably he just pulled away the bat at the last moment. It goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. So West Indies bowlers just all in that channel outside the off stump there. And I think he did play at it. He probably pulled the bat away after it passed. Let's look. Yes, he did play at it. Unfortunately, no edge for the West Indies. It goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. So this is good bowling by the West Indies here, starting this morning. So 3 slips, backward point cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, and a man on the long leg boundary. Roach to Stubbs, and Stubbs solid in defense, plays it down to mid-off, and there is no run. At the end of over number 17, South Africa are 50 for 1, with Stubbs is on 5. With him is Zorzi, who's on 34. And after 2 overs on the second morning, South Africa resuming on 45 for 1, have pushed on to 50 for 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy that you are here. Good morning, Merrick. Happy to see you, man. It's a pleasure having you here. Good morning, the champion. Good morning. I hope everyone is blessed, said the champion. Me too. I really appreciate you being here. Colin Goodridge is saying, Mr. Brown, good morning. Enjoy your day. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Colin Goodridge. Hold up. Over the wicket, bowl to Zorzi, and Zorzi guide this away to the man at backward point, and there is no run. He remains on 34. The score is 50 without loss. So hold up. Bowl a wonderful delivery, and I'm sure most of you would have heard that clipping, because I've put up the clipping separately from the video. That's about probably a 50-second clipping, and you would have heard my call. I was, very happy for Holder. He's over the wicket to Zorzi, and Zorzi taken on the pad, looking to turn that into the onside, misses. The keeper comes around from behind the stump field, returning the ball to mid-wicket to transfer it to mid-on, and then Holder is going back to the top of his mark. So a good start here by the West Indies. I'm very pleased. So after 2.2 overs, only 5 runs have been scored, and in fact 3 of them were peeled off the outer portion of the bat and run away down to third man. Over the wicket comes Holder, bowl to Zorzi, leaves alone outside the off stump through to the keeper, who collects, and there is no run. The score remains at 50 for 1. So Stubbs is on 5, Zorzi is on 34, Reminding you, I will just remind you of the West Indies playing 11 for this match. Keacy Carty getting his test debut. So Brathwaite, Louis, Carty, Athanaze, that's how they expected to bat as Older makes his way. Over the wicket, bowls to Zorzi, and Zorzi off the back foot plays a nice shot down to the third man boundary for 4. So you just play that true backward point, you got a little width, and you just open the face of the bat and guide it to the right of the man at backward point, and it goes down to the boundary for 4. So that's the first boundary for South Africa this morning. Just a little width, and he guided it away. Nice shot, though it wasn't much width. It was a top-class strokes from a good batsman, because normally you could have left that alone. Some batsmen would have left it alone, but the pitch is good to bat on. And he guided it away down to backward point boundary for 4. Good shot. He moves up now to 38. The score moves up to 54 for 1. Older is now going to make his way into Zorzi. He's up ball to Zorzi, and Zorzi just trying to leave that alone, but caught in two mind there. He was looking to leave the ball alone. It's taken on the bat, and it goes out into the offside. So good probing. Very good bowling here by Older. He was looking to withdraw, but it's still taken on the bat. And goes out into the offside, and there is no run. The score remains at 54. So there is the team on the screen. You would have seen it. Brathwaite, Louis, Carty, Athanaze, Hodge, Older. The Silva, Motie, Roach, Seals, and Warrican. 2 slip on the gully. Older over the wicket. Ball to Zorzi. Solid in defense. Plays it down to mid-on, and there is no run. So after 18 overs, South Africa winning the toss and decided to bat. They are 54 for 1. 54 for 1 on the second morning of this first test between South Africa and West Indies. Zorzi and Stubbs are at the crease. Stubbs is on 5. Zorzi is on 38. Roach 6 overs, 3 maiden, none for 7. Jayden Seal 6 overs, 2 maiden, none for 15. Gudakesh Motie, expensive, 3 overs, none for 22. Jason Older 3 overs, no maiden, 1 for 10. So that's the West Indies bowling at this time. As the screen now, for the first time, it gone. For the first time since we started yesterday, my screen is buffering, but it looks like it is okay now. Envoy 0.5, Bard point is saying, time to give the West Indies fans some banter. Envoy, I'm sure they welcome it, Envoy. I hope you can take it back. But I'm sure the fans will give it back to you. So welcome. Thank you, Colin. Yes, I think I responded to that already. Okay. So Envoy is asking us, what is a par score? Is my screen buffering or something there? Because I still have a very wide view, and I don't see anyone moving. What is happening to my screen here? Yes, it is buffering. So for the first time in 2 days, the screen decided to buffer. Oh my Lord. So, it's very overcast in Jamaica, and I wonder if we are having now, and I'm wondering if that's what causing the buffering, because yesterday was a terrific day. No issue there. So, the score is 58 for 1. So 58 for 1 is the score. Stubbs would have moved up to 9 there. So you probably have hit a 4 off the bowling of Roach. So there's just some adjustment in the field. Come on, man. Cut this out, man. I cannot do a watch along if you keep up this. I cannot do it. If you keep buffering after every second, I cannot do a watch along. So tell me what is up now. Tell me what is up. And it froze again. But I can tell you that it is 58 for 1. Damn it, man. Damn it. Roach over the wicket to Stubbs, and Stubbs defending to the inside. I hope that's the end of the trouble, I really hope that's the end of the trouble. 4 deliveries have been bowled in the over thus far. 4 deliveries. No ball there by Roach. That will now take the score up now to 59 the screen. What the hell? What's the hell going on here? What I don't. So let me take some of your comment. West Indies fans, what's the score? They're going to tell you Envar. Don't worry about that. You think that South Africa is going to win this match? You're in for a rude awakening. Absolutely rude awakening. Patrick Clark, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much, Patrick Clark. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. So you are giving your pass score there. Okay, good. Karis, welcome. Good morning. Good morning. And you're saying that Roach has been playing test cricket for so long. Great commitment. Here he comes. Over the wicket, bowls to Stubbs, who plays it back down the half side of the pitch. The bowler field in his follow-through. And there is no run. The score remains at 59 for 1. So 59 for 1. 2 deliveries to come in this over. The batsmen at the crease are Zorzi and Stubbs. So I'm up with the comments now. 59 for 1. Stubbs seconds. He's about to face as Roach is going to come into him now. So let's see as Roach bowls to Zorzi, and again there is no run. So at the end of over number 19, South Africa winning the toss and choose to bat. They are 59 for 1. Thank you all for tuning in. We are off to a half an hour earlier start due to yesterday being washed out. So please slash a like on the video. Click on the subscribe button. Remember to just to support our hurricane relief effort. You know, so the feed is gone. I'm telling you, the feed is gone completely. I'm not getting any feed now for the cricket. It's gone. It's gone. I'm trying my best here to get some feed. Just bear with me a minute here. I'm trying to get the feed up. I just don't know what is happening. You know, Shamar Joseph, our newly found young fast bowler, cricket. I do not understand I do not understand that comment, Stephen Barrow. Probably you need to bring more clarity to it. Probably you're leaving out some. Well, you probably need to just construct the sentence so that we can understand it. Because what you said is that Shamar Joseph, our newly found young fast bowler. Cricket is dying a slow, painful death. I do not see the conjunction. I don't understand. I don't think many persons. So Envoy saying that the pitch probably doesn't fit Shamar Joseph, you know. So I really don't know the point that Stephen Barrow is trying to make there. So I can't tell you. What I can tell you though is that South Africa are now 60 for 1. So South Africa are 60 for 1. We are in over number 20. And my feed is gone. It's gone totally. I don't understand what I'm watching it on Rush. And I don't understand what is happening here. Rush. So I got some cricket here. I hope it stayed this time now. It's overcast. Oh God. Oh God. This can't be right today. Can't be. It just can't be. Hold the ball to that Stubbs, and Stubbs, it goes through outside the off stub, and there is no run. So Stubbs is on 13. With him is Zorzi on 39. West Indies lost the toss, and South Africa decided to take first strike, and the score is now 64 for 1. So 64 for 1. We are in the first session of day 2. It's very, very hard. Yesterday we have a lovely day doing a watch along when the screen there was no buffering at no time throughout the day, and it was so wonderful. It was so wonderful. It was an absolutely wonderful day. But I don't know what's wrong today. It's just one of those days when, with the time overcast, it's not just, I just don't know. I don't understand this, man. Older into Stubbs, and Stubbs, that one comes back into Stubbs. A similar delivery that got the wicket of Markram, but this time, while Markram was on his back foot, Stubbs pushed right out and plays it off his front foot to the man at mid-off, and there is no run. And so the score remains at 64 for 1 at the end of over number 20. So after 20 overs, South Africa are 64 for 1 after 20 overs. $64 for 1 after 20 overs. Truth set you free, send Mr. Forum, there's sunshine in Trinidad, but unfortunately the crew going on a river time. I don't know. There was you want to explain that? I don't quite get it. You know, so it said that YXL Tosa said after the England series, there's no need for Shamar to be toiling on a spinner's wicket. Remember, he's not too far removed from being injured earlier this year. One of the points that I tried to make yesterday is that we need to understand that if a player is not playing, it doesn't mean that the player is banished. A player doesn't have to play every match. And, you know, Shea Oak, I heard Shea Oak told a reporter the other day, and I have the clippings of it, that he needs to watch more cricket. And that is so true for some. That is so true for some of us. We need to watch more cricket. Bowlers are rotated all the while in every team all over the world. I don't know why we believe that if a player is your favorite player, he has to play every match. He doesn't. And I think the person said that West Indies cricket is dying a slowful death because they dropped Shamar older. No, man, you're barking up the wrong tree. Oh, West Indies cricket is going to die because they dropped Shamar older. West Indies cricket is a revolving door. And when Shamar older stop playing, there'll be other cricketers. We must move away from this idea that once a person is dropped, it's like you are ending his career. It can't be further from the truth. I saw Australia drop Pat Cummins. I saw India rest Bumrah. Rest Pat Cummins. I saw India rest Bumrah. I saw South Africa rest Rabada. So Shamar Joseph being rest, all that equates to cricket dying. Come on, man. We need to be far more approach. We need to be far more approach, analysis of the situation. Far more. So YXL is making a good point, and the nature of the pitch suggests that West Indies need to play two spinners. I would have gone in with two spinners, Seals. Over the wicket, goes to Stubbs, who plays it to the man at mid-wicket, and there is no run. So let's hope that I'm getting some cricket now. So we are in the 21st over here. 67 for 1, South Africa. Stubbs is on 13. Zorzi is on 42. So I'm just hoping that I'm going to get some cricket right here now, and that the buffering has been sorted out, I'm just trying my best to make sure that the buffering has been sorted out as Seals makes his way now up to the wicket, ball to Stubbs, who leaves that alone outside the arch stump. It goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. The score remains 67 for 1. One delivered hub in over number 21. Thank you for all for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the commentary wherever you may be. So, okay, so you're going on the river. So, okay, you're on the river today. Good, man. Enjoy it, man. Please have a wonderful time, man. Don't let anyone spoil it. Enjoy your day, man. Have a blessed day. Happy to hear. Happy to hear. Seals over the wickets to Stubbs, and Stubbs beaten outside the half stump. Lovely delivery. It touches down just on about fourth stump. Seals had to play, and it leaves him. It goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. Lovely delivery there by Seals. Stubbs drawn into the shot, genuinely beaten outside the half stump. At the end of over number 21, West Indies being asked to bowl first. South Africa batted first at 67 for 1. Zorzi is on 42. Stubbs is on 13. The batsman out, Aiden Markram, bowled yesterday by Jason Holder. He was out bowled for 9. Lovely delivery by the senior pro. As I saw there on the thumbnail of Jason Holder and saying senior pro. I think he's a senior pro in the team, right? He's the only, well, no, Roach is a senior pro in the team, but you could say that Holder is one of the senior pros in the team. So we are live here from Queen's Park Oval as the screen now decided, yes, man, let do what you guys want to do this morning, man. We are off topic there. We are concentrating on the match, but the quick question: do you think the West Indies players will go play for the US? I have heard going around, and as a South African who is number of West Indian players that already playing for the US, but those West Indies players that are playing for the US, they could not have made the West Indies team. So two quick come to mind quickly: Stephen Taylor, Aaron Jones. They are West Indians, you know. And we saw where Curtin is captain in the Canadian team. So, you know what, we're off topic there. Mr. Casanova, good morning, good morning, good morning. As Jason Holder is it now, he's going to pick it up from the pavilion end. Yes, he's coming in from the pavilion end, but man, as he bowls to, he's bowling to, who is this? Is it Zorzi's bowling to? Yes, field trouble. Holder is it now? Bowls to Zorzi. Zorzi plays this out to the man at backward point, and there is no run. So real problem here. The score remains 67 for 1. Contributed 67 for 1. Just as it Zorzi remain on 42. He's on strike. Holder now. Holder always takes so long to bowl his overs. Over the wicket, bowls to Zorzi. Yorker ducked out through mid-off. It's going to run towards the boundary. The fielder gave chase. Pull it back up now. That's Carty. And they get 2. The score moves up to 69 for 1. In over number 22. 69 for 1 there. So Holder just pitching up that one. Looking for the Yorker. Ducked out by Zorzi. And they got 2. He moves up now to 44. Zorzi moves up to 44. The score is on 69 for 1. Stubbs is on 13. So that's the score. So we are in over number 22. At the end of the over, that one defended out into the offside by Zorzi. There's no run. The score is 69 for 1. At the end of number 22. Why Older always takes so long to bowl his deliveries? I don't know. You know, probably is he unfit? Is there a case that he's unfit so he cannot move at the intensity? Because he always takes so long to bowl. He just holding up the play all the while. 69 for 1. Patrick Clark is saying, why, Mr. Brown, why West Indies Cricket Board, Cricket West Indies keep playing matches at grounds that we IDA draw or we either draw or lost. This won't help our position in the world ratings. Why not Barbados or Jamaica? Then these out and these outer grounds. Wow. Yeah, very interesting point of view from Patrick, but we all can expect our position. Balls outside the half stump, leave alone by Stubbs, that seals, and there is no run. 69 for 1 here. We are 69 for 1. Yeah, man, Bavuma is going to bat at 4. I see Envoy saying that he will bat at 4 or 5. So, 69 for 1. We Seals is it bowling to Stubbs, Tristan Stubbs. A lot have been said about Tristan Stubbs and his attacking approach to batting. You know, I just do not know the issue here this morning. So, yesterday we had a wonderful day where there were no break, absolutely no break. And today now, this as Seals bowls to Zorzi again, he defends and there is no run. The score remains at 69 for 1. It's just really, sometimes it's just really hard to just do a watch along because you depend on connectivity and you depend on these people. And I don't know what is happening here, you know. And the sunshine is now coming out. So I don't know. I don't know why I'm not getting any cricket. Yesterday was so beautiful, so wonderful. We had no issue. We sailed through the day without much issue. And this is guided away down to third man. We got a single. Yesterday there was a simple no issue and we had a wonderful day. So the score will now moves up now to 70. So that was a single. So the score is now 70 for 1. Zorzi will now moves up now to 45. So 45 is Zorzi. So West Indies now looking now, need to get another wicket now, 69 for 1. If we could have them 100 for 3, that would be good. I'm sure that 100 for 3, many of us would be satisfied with 100 for 3. 70 now, the score is 70 for 1. Let's look now. Somebody is 70 for 1. As Stubbs is it facing up to Seals. So 70 for 1, the score being 71. 5 deliveries have gone in over number 23 at this time. Stubbs is it now that is bowling to Seals. You know, it was a full delivery and you know, he just defended it there. So Stubbs. One delivery to come in over number 23. Zorzi faces up to Seals. He waits on Seals to come into him now. Let's watch. So I hope this is it now. Could this be hit now, Lord? So there's a little boy and his father. Nice to see the youngsters. So at the end of the over, it remains 70 for 1. Roach is now going to continue. Roach will continue. Let me see. Bedingham, our danger man, OP performs because he can single-handedly win us the game. So why South Africa didn't give him a contract? Although that is off topic, but he's not going to perform too well today. He's going to out because South Africa Roach over the wicket, balls to Stubbs, Stubbs defend, and there is no run. The score remains at 70 for 1. So the 70 for 1 is South Africa. He's not going to make any runs today, man. No, certainly not going to make any runs. I really like how West Indies is bowling this morning. They're definitely not all over the place, as we have seen on many occasions in England, where they were just all over the place. This is much tighter, more control from the West Indies than it was in England, because we are now, it's now over number 24 is being bowled. 24 overs, and they are still just 70 for 1. So 3 times 24 is what? 72. So that is less than, they are going at less than 3 runs and over. 3 is 24, 72. Or you could say, since it's 23 overs bowling, 3 times 23 is 69. So if you want to say just over 3 runs are over, just about 3 runs and over, they are going at this time. Again, Roach to Stubbs, and he defends, and there is no run. So the score remains at 70 for 1. So good. This is good from the West Indies. Definitely good from the West Indies this morning. It's much better than what we saw. And then the score would have probably reached 100 and mash. So very good from the West Indies. Much better bowling here from them this morning. So let's hope that it continues, but I'm in for buffering. And so Mr. Casanova is saying that Cricket West Indies is afraid of Ngidi and Rabada knocking over our batsmen quickly. So they will go to Trinidad and Guyana because Barbados, St. Lucia, and Jamaica pitches suit Rabada and Ngidi. That's a good point he's making, Cricket West Indies, they schedule the matches in place like Trinidad, these test matches in Trinidad and Guyana, where the pitches are not as fast as they are in Barbados. Well, I don't know if Jamaica pitch is still fast, 77 now for 1 is the score. Zorzi there, that was too full from Roach, and Zorzi just punches it over cover, through cover for 4. So that was a good shot there by Zorzi as he moves up to 48. Roach over pitching, Zorzi onto the front foot, driving it through covers, down to the boundary for 4. The score moves up now to 77 for 1. So 2 deliveries to come in over number 23. 77 for 1 here is South Africa. So there's Roach now just bowling to Zorzi, and Zorzi defense out into the cover. Diving effort by the fielder to stop that one, and there is no run. The score remains at 77 for 1. So Roach round the wicket to Zorzi, and Zorzi turn this away down to fine leg. Let's watch the signal. Looks to come off the bat. And is it this half century, or did it come off the pad? That looks to have come off the pad. So there's a leg by, and so he remains on 49. At the end of the over, however, South Africa are 78 for 1 at the end of over number 24. So Zorzi remains on 49. He should be 49. Yes, 49. He's on 49. Stubbs is on 17. South Africa winning the toss and batting. They are 77 for 1 after 24 overs. 77 for 1. And Ngidi, they love face better. They have face better. This is test cricket. You and your banter. So Jayden seals to continue. He's bowling from the commentary box then. So they have done away with the 3rd slip. So it's now only 2 slips and now a backward pointer cover and a mid-off. In fact, there's There's 2 slips, but there's a big gap between the first and second slip. Round the wicket, ball to Zorzi, and that's his 50 as he tucked this away, down backward of square leg for a single, and that should bring up his 50. Well played, young man. So Zorzi have moved up to 50, and South Africa are 79 for 1. So that was a short delivery coming into Zorzi, and he just, the left-hander just tucked it off his hip around the corner, and he got a single, and he moves up now to 50. And South Africa are 78 for 1 in over number 25. So the run rate 79 for 1. The run rate just continue to hover above 3 runs per over. So let's watch now. Stubbs is it. 3 slips. Seals over the wicket, bowls to Stubbs, and Stubbs defend out into the offside to the man at cover, and there is no run. So they continue to be a 6-3 field. 6 on the offside, as I explained to you. 3 slips, backward point, cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, and the man down at 45, fine leg, anywhere between fine leg and backward square leg. So that's where the field is. So that's the field. So well played, Zorzi. 4 fours, 2 sixes, striking at 64.10. He faced 78 balls. So that's the stats on Zorzi. 78 balls, 4-4, 2 sixes. Those 2 sixes came off Gudakesh Motie. He's on 50 with Miss Tristan, Stubbs, and 17. South Africa 79 for 1 in over number 25. It has been bowled by Jayden Seals. South Africa, reminding you, won the toss and decided to take first strike. And they are 79 for 1 after 24.2 overs as we look to Jayden Seals to continue. He will now be bowling to Tristan Stubbs. Charlie X, good morning. Your guy got a wicket there, man. Salute King. Good morning, Cricket Forum. Salute King. How you doing? Thank you, man. I appreciate the kind words every time. I really appreciate it. The score remains 79 for 1 after 24.3 overs. So Stubbs just playing the delivery away, and as the score now goes up now to 80 for 1. 80 for 1 is the score now, and the screen gone again. 80 for 1. Lord of mercy. Have mercy, Lord, have mercy. I can't deal with this anymore. I just can't deal with this anymore. I just don't understand what is going on here. I bet you as I stop the watch along, the cricket flows smoothly. I can't understand. The screen just buffering away. Saying that I think whenever we go on tour to India, England, Australia, etc., they play on grounds that they have a chance of winning. Then to ground where the opponents either draw or win. Patrick Barrow, thank you for your comment. We appreciate it. And you putting forward your understanding. We always appreciate it every time. Even Barrow is saying that he thinks a good bowler should be able to bowl on all type of pitches. Yes, I agree with you. Everyone will agree with you. But there's also rotation. There needs to be also rotation. Nelson, yes, Envoy 50. We have mentioned that already. Good morning, Mr. Cricket Forum. I appreciate you doing a watch along for those who can't or don't have the time to watch the game. We appreciate you. Thank you very much, Nelson. Is it Wiseman or Wiesman? Well, we have a wise man here. I trust it is wise man. Okay, thank you very much, Nelson. Wise man. I prefer to call you wise man. And if it is wise man, you can always correct me. Good morning, Donald Popper. We appreciate you being here. 81 for 1 at the end of over number 25. That's the score, 81 for 1 at the end of over number 25. Donald Popper, we always appreciate your company. Definitely good to have you here. You're always here with us, supporting us as we go through our watch-alongs day after day. You know, the Olympics is going on, and Jamaica won a gold medal yesterday, which is very, 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 very good. But this is cricket. I'm off topic there, so let me get back to cricket. Because if I go off topic, then we can discuss everything. And that's why it's important for us to stay on topic. We are watching a test match, so it's very important that we stay on topic. So this one is going to be a boundary check here as the screen come back up. I'm so happy that the screen come back up. But the diving effort by the fielder, did he pull it back? As I say, the screen comes back up, it starts buffering again. But did he pull back that one? It's going to be very hard to tell. Just the boundary check there. They're checking to see what happened. Again, they're checking to see. So it looks like it's only a single. So it's only, yeah, they ran 3. So it is 3. So they didn't get the boundary. So it's 3. Clearly they didn't get the boundary. Just 1 second here. Let me try something. Sorry about that, but let's see if that will work. I'm just trying something here to make sure that I get the feed correctly. 84 for 1. Let's watch now. 84 for 1 as Roach is going to come into Stubbs. 2 slips go down. Roach bowls to Stubbs and the screen froze. Oh my Lord, have mercy. What is going on here, man? I'm tired and I'm fed up of this. I cannot continue. It's absolutely frustrating that every second the screen is damn freezing. Jesus, man. Yesterday was so wonderful, but this morning, every second the screen is just freezing. Every second the screen is just freezing. It is so very frustrating and annoying. A Roach to Stubbs, he defends and there is no run. The score remains at 84 for 1. We are in over number 26. I must apologize. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll try and get this rectified and I will back with you as quick as possible because it's very frustrating. Well, let's see. Let's see what is going to happen this time. Let's see if it's going to freeze after a short while. So Roach is going back to the top of his mark. 84 for 1 is South Africa. Stubbs is on 18. Zorzi is on 54. Roach over the wicket, bowl to Stubbs, and Stubbs places off the inner portion of the bat down to fine leg for a single. The score moves up to 85 for 1. At the end of the over, the score is 85 for 1. Stubbs is now on 19. So that's drinks. You see, I'm telling you the truth. Sometimes you have to wonder about these things, You have to wonder. After every delivery, the screen freezing. After every delivery, it has been freezing. And it's very frustrating. And it's not freezing now because it's a drinks break. And sometimes you have to wonder, is it coincidental or there's some forces at work? Here is it. It's clearly not freezing. You can't get the watch along done properly because after every delivery, it froze. And now, when there's no cricket going on, it is not freezing. And you have to wonder, you just have to wonder what forces are at work. It can't, is it coincidental? Is it coincidental that as soon as there's no cricket, the screen stops freezing? Is it coincidental that as soon as I said I'm going to done with the watch along, let's see what's going to happen when it come back. Just bear with me a minute. I haven't eaten from morning. I usually don't like to eat when I'm doing a watch along, during the watch along. But I haven't eaten from morning. That's why you see I'm having some fruits in between deliveries and so on, just to keep up the energy. You know, said, well, Colin Richards, I understand that, but as I said yesterday, he said that, good morning, Cricket Forum. Still hurt about England, but as usual, I am tuning to cheer on the squad. Better days are ahead, I hope. I love that. I love that because we are all hurt about England. But as I said yesterday morning in my introduction, the players, they have a brand new canvas. And they will start splashing on it during this test match. At the end of this test match, though, I hope that on that canvas will be a piece of work of heart, that it is so fine, it is so wonderful, that we will all enjoy what they have done in this test match, you know. So I'm glad that you are here supporting. As we are about to start after the drinks break, Zorzi putting on back his helmet. It's Wiseman. So Nelson Wiseman is saying that it's Wiseman. I know Nelson. I know, man. Welcome, Solomon. Can I call you Solomon? Solomon was the wisest man. So Gudakesh Motie now is going to come into the attack. He's going to replace Seals. So Gudakesh Motie is replacing Seals. So after the drinks break, South Africa 85-1, and Gudakesh Motie comes back into the attack now. He was expensive yesterday, so I'm trying to look at the field here for Gudakesh Motie. He will be bowling to Zorzi. I don't see any slip. I see a forward short leg. Expect there to be a slip, or he bowling to Stubbs. Yes, he's bowling to Stubbs. So there's a slip, and there's a silly point, or silly mid-off, or, you know, whatever you call him, silly point. So there's a man under the bat on the offside then, and there's a slip. Round the wicket to Stubbs, who defends out into the offside. The backward point and the short extra cover converge on it. So giving you the feel for Motie here, I'm seeing 4 fielders. So I'm assuming there's a man on the cover boundary. I'm also assuming one is on the long off boundary. The slips and the forward goes down as he places out into the offside. Can't beat the man at short cover. So let's see. So there's a slip. A man under the bat, there's a backward point, there's a short cover, there's a sweep on the cover boundary, and there's a long off. Motie, round the wicket to Stubbs. Comes, he dropped the ball, he just rub his hand in the ground. He's going to come into Stubbs now. Round the wicket, ball to Stubbs. Stubbs is off the back foot, just standing tall and defend it to the man under the bat on the off side. If you want to call him silly mid off or silly point, or you could say silly mid off, but he's on the off side under the bat. Let's watch as the slips goes down. Motie, round the wicket to Stubbs, and Stubbs drive down to that man who I assume is on the long off boundary. Yes, he comes off the boundary. He's at a wide long off, almost round to extra cover. So the field is gonna stay the same way, I think, for Stubbs. For Zorzi, it's just that now the man on the cover boundary now becomes deep mid wicket, and the man on the long off boundary now becomes long on, and the man at backward point now becomes backward square leg and a short mid wicket. And the slip will go over to the other side, and you'll have a man at forward short leg, a man at short cover, and a backward point comes in bowl to Zorzi, and he defends out into the offside, and there is no run. So let's give you the feel. Let me tell you what I know. So there's a slip on a forward short leg. There's a man at backward square leg. There's a deep mid wicket. There's a long on. There's a man at mid off, and there's a man at backward point. Over the wicket, bowls to Zorzi, and he plays it out to that man at backward point, and there is no run. The end of the over, or there's one to come? Yes, that's the end of over number 27. At the end of over number 27, South Africa winning the toss and decided to bat first. They are 86 for 1. Zorzi is on 54, with him Tristan, Stubbs on naught. The batsman out was Aiden Markram when bowled by Older. Gudakesh Motie completed his 4th over, none for 23. So you have tightened up in that over, only one from it. So too basic, he said, yes, it's too basic. I understand. I do understand. You know, one bright aspect of the England series that we had an opening partnership of over 50 in 3 innings. It was 3 innings. It wasn't every innings, MJ, to my understanding. It was an innings because, as you recall, Roach over the wicket, bowls to Stubbs, who plays this away down to Gully's caught. Older picked up the catch at second slip, not Gully. Fine catch by Older, moving to his left smartly, and there goes Stubbs. Roach picked up the wicket, got him on the front foot, peeled off the outer portion of the bat to Older left at second slip, and he took a fine catch. So Stubbs goes, and so South Africa have lost their second wicket with the squad 86. So South Africa 86 for 2, low to his left. Good catch by Jason Older, brilliant from Jason Older at second slip. West Indies striking 86 for 2, matching the balance. Yes, so I was making the point, MJ, that if you look at the last innings, remember that Brathwaite got a ducks in the first over. I think it was the last delivery of the first over. My recollection that it was 3 of the 6 innings, the 5th partnership, which was very good, and I did commend them. I did talk about that, and in the player ratings, I did mention that, but it certainly wasn't every innings. Gary LaRose, how you doing, man? Good morning. How are you, sir? Welcome to the show, Gary. Gary, is it Gary or Gary? Because, you know, that's my pet name, you know, Gary. And my pet name, and persons call me Gary and they call me Gary, you know. I think my grandfather used to call me Gary and my mother called me Gary. But I spell it Gary, so that's my pet name. So we share something there in common. The Bavuma come to the crease. Good morning, Carlton. Enjoying your show. 2 batters looking ominous. Well, one gone, eh? Thank you very much, you know, because it's you gave them the goat motor up. Thank you, man. You're with them. As soon as you make that post, went up the moat. Well done. Thank you. Thank you, man. I hope it continued. It was indeed a fine catch by Jason Older. Magnificent catch by the West Indies. Magnificent catch by the West Indies. The West Indies cricketer, Jason Older. Just that one was left alone outside the half stump by Bavuma. I'm just making a note of something here at the time of the dismissal. I think it was about on the hour mark that he was delivered. So I'm just making a time adjustment, you know. So SO is saying, good morning, As you said, Gorilla Rose, that we need a wicket now. We got the wicket. Good morning, all. Thank you, SO. So I'm up to date with the comments. Please now, smash a like on the video. We're probably set good for the morning. Roach over the wicket to Bavuma, beat outside the off stump. Good delivery there by Roach. Just touching down on that fourth, fifth stump line, forcing the South African captain into playing at that one. It misses the outside edge. It goes through to the keeper. And that one came back. And that's very good batting by Bavuma. So let's watch this next delivery from Roach. And I'm going to tell you why that was good batting. I'm going to now let's watch this delivery from Roach. He comes in now, bowls to Bavuma, Bavuma, and he allows it to go through outside the stump. Now, you remember that in England, Mikyle keep nicking off. Now, that delivery from Roach to Bavuma just now, so Bavuma was here. And he went like this, and he played. He realized that the ball was leaving him. He didn't follow it like Mikyle. And that's why he misses the edge. So that's a sign of a good batsman. If he keep the bat here, Roach over the wicket, ball to Bavuma, who plays it out into the outside, and there is no run. So if he kept the bat here and it hit the edge, fine. You just give credit to the bowler. But what Mikyle was doing was following the ball with his hand and was getting the edge. So what Mikyle need to do is to keep that bat, keep the line of the bat, and don't follow the delivery. Well played by Bavuma. I hope you understand that. I hope Mikyle they would have worked on it, you know. Thank you very much, Mrs. Cricket Forum. I appreciate it. Ball to Bavuma, who defends out into the offside again, and there is no run. Thank you very much, Miss. So the score remains at 86 for 2 after 28 overs. So Envoy said, so when I'm about to leave the stream, a wicket's fall. Ha 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 ha. Envoy, please tell your friends, please share it with your friends, and so, because we definitely would love more South Africans in the chat, so that the banter, because the banter is good enough. The banter is good. It is very, very good. Very, very good. Even the banter, I know CPL is coming up on the 29th of August. Motie bowls to Zorzi and he defends out into the outside and there is no run. The field that short mid-wicket field, and the score remains at 86 for 2. So the score remains at 86 for 2. Motie bowls to Zorzi, plays this one out into the offside, and again there is no run to the man at mid-off, and so the score is 86 for 2. So I hope you understand what I was saying there just now. Balls to Zorzi, and he clicked this away down to the man on the long on boundary, and there is no run, and the score remains, the score goes up to say 87 for 2. So Bavuma comes into strike, taking his guard there. So there's a slip, a silly mid off, there's a man at short cover, backward point, a sweep on the cover boundary. And so they're bringing in the sweeper off. This is good captaincy by Brathwaite. Very good. I love that. So let's watch Motie. After this delivery, I tell you, over the wicket, ball to Bavuma, who plays it to mid-on, and there is no run. So there was a man on the deep cover boundary, and there was a man on the long off boundary. So because there's a new batsman, Brathwaite bringing the long off to mid-off, Motie bowls to Bavuma, who defends to that man under the bat, and there's no run. He allows it to go to the man at short extra cover. And he called in the man off the sweeper boundary, off the cover boundary. So they are saying to Bavuma, we are not giving you an easy single. If you want to go over the top, do so. Bowl to Bavuma, and he clipped this away, straight to the man at mid-wicket, and there is no run. So that's the end of the over. At the end of the over, South Africa winning the toss and deciding to bat are 87 for 2. that was well done by Brathwaite, and you need to give him credit there because Bavuma was yet to get off the mark. He has faced only 8 deliveries. Well, if at the time he faced only 5 deliveries. And what Brathwaite did was to take both fielders who were on the boundary for Zorzi and put them in a run-saving position and say to Bavuma, either you pierce the field or you go over the top. But we are not giving you any easy run. And that was well done by Brathwaite. And when we are assessing his captaincy at the end of the series, or even at the end of the match, because probably what we can do is a player rating at the end of the match, we must take that into consideration. Roach round the wicket to Zorzi, who defends and there is no run. Back to the bowler, who just stopped it. Allow the player from mid-wicket to come in and field. And so the score remains at 87 for 2. So really good bowling by Roach. He really bowled well. And so John P. Nicol is saying, good morning. Thank you, John P. Nicol. How are you? Yes, John P. Nicol, I appreciate it. I hope you're passing on those tips to Mikyle Louis. Round the wicket, bowl to Zorzi, and he drives to the man at cover, and there is no run. Good feeling on the bounce. Good to see that Keacy Carty finally stopped one. Oh, it's Mikyle Louis. It was Mikyle Louis who stopped it because Keacy Carty was at cover. It looks like they moved Keacy Carty from cover because he was misfeeling a lot yesterday. So the score is now an 87 for 2. Just looking at the screen there, I see the run rate there is less than 3. So this is very good from the West Indies bowlers, you know. Very good from the West Indies bowlers. So John P. Nicol, I appreciate you. Welcome. So here now. Roach round the wicket to Zorzi, who clipped this away down towards fine leg. Did he get back on it? It runs into the boundary now for 4. So Roach there just strained there, probably just trying to straighten up the delivery a little. It was like he was bowling this line. I understand what he was doing, you know. He was bowling this line and getting the ball to leave the batsman a little. But he comes a little straighter now, hoping that the ball will continue to seam away. He was bowling this line, the ball was seaming in that direction. But he don't change the line and come here and hope that the ball will continue to seam in that direction. But it didn't. It just comes straight on and the batsman clip it away. I fully understand that. That's the nature of cricket. That's how it goes. 91 for 2. Zorzi moves up to 59. Bavuma yet to get off the mark. 2 deliveries to come in that over. There was another delivery at bowl when I was doing that explanation. No run came off it. So let's watch Roach now. He's at the top of his mark. He begins to move in now. 91 for 2. Zorzi is on 59. Bavuma yet to get off the mark. Roach is round the wicket to Zorzi. Up bowl to Zorzi and Zorzi drive into the cover. Cannot beat mid off. Just a check drive. It was a full-blooded drive by the left-hander. He come peep at it looking to drive. He realized that it was not there. So he just checked the drive and it goes to the man at mid off and there is no run. So Roach really bowling well. This is a good spell by Roach. He's in his 11th over. 1 for 32 thus far. 4 maders, 1 for 32. 1 to come in his 11th over. Older is at second slip. Fine catch by Older. Roach bowled to Zorzi and Zorzi defends. Again to the man at mid-off who moves to his right field. At the end of the over, the score remains at 91 for 2. Zorzi is on 59 from 91 deliveries, 5, 4, 2 sixes. Bavuma have faced 8 deliveries and is yet to score. South Africa winning the toss and deciding to bat are 91 for 2 after 30 overs. So this is not bad from the West Indies. That's 1 over 30 is what, 0.03? I think 1 over 30 is 0.03 or something like that. So it's just, call it 3 runs per over. You know, under 15 cricket is taking place today all across Jamaica. 20 teams, is it 20? 14 parishes. No. How many teams? Well, I know under 15 cricket is taking place in Jamaica today. I think it's about 20 teams. Motie bowls to Bavuma And he plays that one to the man under the bat on the offside. Is it 20 teams? 8 and 12. I think it's 20 teams, a 20-team competition. All the parishes are involved, but Kingston and St. Andrew, there are 8 teams in Kingston and St. Andrew, like the clubs that are based in Kingston and St. Andrew, as this one is turned away down to fine leg by Bavuma. He's off his mark. He comes back for 2. The score moves up now to 93 for 2. So the 12 parishes all of a team, and the 8 senior cup team out of Kingston and St. Andrew. So that's St. Catherine Cricket Club, Melbourne, Kingston Cricket Club, Lucas, and so on. Round where we get balls to Bavuma, who drives to the man at extra cover. There is no run. The score remains at 93 for 2. So to the best of my knowledge, there should be 10 under 15 cricket match taking place today in Jamaica. Round the wicket, ball to Bavuma, solid in defense. Plays it to the man at short, extra cover again. Here is no run, 93 for 2. Bavuma is on 2. With him is Zorzi on 59. Comes in now. Ball to Bavuma down the pitch. He cannot get there. Well bowled by Gudakesh Motie. He chips down the pitch. He realized that he's not there and he just blocked it out into the offside. And there is no run. The score remains at 93 for 2. Comes in now. Bowls to Bavuma, and Bavuma defends. That one. It almost dug it out. It's almost a Yorker, and he dug it out at the end of the over. 93 for 2. So after 31 over, South Africa winning the toss and decided to bat. They are 93 for 2 after 31 overs. This is definitely not bad from the West Indies. We have 16 overs have been bowled since morning, and South Africa have been able to add 48 runs. 16 overs, 48 runs. So the run rate stay at 3, because 16 times 3, 48. Well, yes, exactly 3. So they are going at 3 runs per. Wow, they have been going, 15 times 3 was 45. So they have maintained the 3 runs and over, as Seals replace Roach. So looking at the field for Seals, I'll give it to you after this delivery. Round the wicket to Zorzi, allows it to go through to the keeper, and there is no run. So there's 2 slips, a backward point. There no gully, no third slip. That's the 2 slips. Then there's a backward point, there's a cover, there's a mid-off, there's a mid-on, there's a short mid-wicket, there's a man to the right of the umpire at square leg, and then there's a fielder on the boundary somewhere between fine leg and backward square leg. So that's the field for Seals as he turns in the distance. He begins to move in now. He's going round the wicket. Up to the wicket, ball to Zorzi, allows it to go through outside the off stump again, and there is no run. The score remains 93 for 2. Zorzi is on 59. Bavuma is on 2, reminding you of the wickets that have fallen so far. Aiden Markram, he was bowled yesterday by Jason Older. The very first delivery that Jason Older bowled in the match knocked back the off stump of Aiden Markram. It was a good delivery. Pitch 5th stump, hit the top of off stump. It kept a little load up. Markram was on the back foot. As Seals round the wicket to Zorzi, pitched up, he drives to the man at cover, and there is no run. The score, that's looked like Warrican. The score remains at 93 for 2. Probably asking for a change of bat or a change of gloves, but I saw him signal to the dressing room just now as Seals goes back to the top of his mark. And that wicket fell when the score was at 43. And with the score on 86, Kemar Roach nicked off Tristan Stubbs, and Older moving smartly to his left at second slip. Took a fine catch, and so Stubbs, when caught by Older, off Roach for 20. Seals round the wicket, ball to Zorzi, and Zorzi defend a good delivery that comes back into him from outside the off stump, and there is no run. The score remains at 93 for 2. The West Indies bowlers are really showing the discipline. In fact, that one came back off the inside edge onto the pad. They are really showing the discipline and are really grouping their deliveries much better than they did in England. And this is what we really want to see. As Zorzi seconds now. So the field, as I told you, is as it is. He comes in now, seals. Round the wicket to Zorzi, and Zorzi defends again out. Down back the offside of the pitch. The bowler fielding is followed through, and there is no run. Good bowling this by the West Indies. Good bowling. But I recall when someone was saying, and I'm not bashing Mackenzie here. It is far from it. I'm just trying to make a point. I recall someone was saying that Mackenzie got a good ball. And I replied to the person that good batsman bat good ball every day. You know, and this is good bowling from the West Indies. But the South African are good batsmen and they are batting good deliveries. Seals bowl to Zorzi again, hitting the top of off stump. He defends out into the offside and there is no run. So the score remains at 93 for 2 at the end of the over. So I don't want anyone to have this notion that because it is a good ball, it's supposed to out you. No, good batsmen must bat good ball. And they grow up batting good deliveries. You know, that's what you practice to bat good deliveries. So that's the nature of the game. Jamor Smalls, welcome man. Good morning to you too. I are saying good morning to the cricket forum. Good morning to you too, Jamor Small. It's a pleasure having you here. So the score after 32 overs is 93 for 2. Zorzi is on 59. Bavuma to face up to Gudakesh Motie, who's bowling round the wicket to him with a pack off side field. Round the wicket, ball to Bavuma down the pitch. It is high in the air, over the top. Let's see the signal. 1 bounce 4. Good shot by Bavuma. So he was down the pitch, using his feet, getting there, and hitting it high in the air, over the top, down to the long off boundary for 4. And he took on the challenge. That ball didn't turn. It didn't bite off the pitch. And Bavuma getting to the pitch, just using his feet nicely, and hitting it 1 bounce down to long off for a 4. I hope that they don't adjust the field and push back the fielder. I hope they keep him at mid-off. Motie to Bavuma, and he drives, peel off the outer portion of the edge. He's running away down to third man. The fielder is lumbering off for it. Oh, you could tell it's older. He just lumbered, you know, like an 18-wheeler. He'd never break into a sprint. He probably cannot sprint. But I'm just talking the truth and nothing against older. Look how he moves at that. Look how it wasn't a full-blooded sprint. It was like a slow-moving trailer. They come back for 2 though. Bavuma moves up to 8. 99 for 2. Motie in now to bowl to Bavuma, who defends a good delivery into the onside. And there is no run. The score remains at 99 for 2. Motie again now to Bavuma. In bowl to Bavuma, and that one was the arm ball. Comes back into him. He plays it out. We are forward short leg should have been. The keeper moves from behind the stump and field, and there is no run. 99 for 2. Bavuma at 8. Zorzi and 59. This is Gudakesh Motie now. Round the wicket, ball to Bavuma, and Bavuma steer this away. Down backward of point. Older, yes. There was a little more urgency in that sprint now, and he cut it down to 1. That's better. I think somebody shout at him. That's 100 for South Africa. 100 for South Africa. So that's 32 deliveries, 32 overs and 5 deliveries brought up the 100 for South Africa. So Bavuma is on 9. Zorzi, who's on 59, comes back into strike. He turned this away. 2 square leg. Down to that fielder coming off the backward square leg boundary. I got another singer. At the end of the 33rd over, South Africa winning the toss and decided to bat are 101 for 2. So the South Africa 100 coming up off 32.5 overs. 32.5 overs, the South Africa 100 coming up off. So not bad going. 101 for 2, you would say the match is in the balance. It depends on what happened from here. If West Indies get some quick wickets, South Africa will be definitely under pressure. If this partnership continues, then South Africa will gain the ascendancy. Because if they are like 160 for 5, 170 for 5, that would be good for the West Indies. But if they are still 170, 180 for 2, then South Africa would have definitely gone ahead. So I think that the match is in the balance. So Seals to continue to Zorzi. He's round the wicket to Zorzi. Ball and he drives through to the keeper. Oh, he beaten outside the half stump. Lucky. He was drawn into the drive on the out. He was drawn into the drive. He drove at it, misses through to the keeper. Wow. Well bowled again by Seals. The West Indies bowlers are really bowling well. I really appreciate the hear that the West Indies bowlers are pitching the ball in this morning. As Zorzi came onto the front foot and drive, misses, and it goes through to the keeper. Seals mopped his brow. He begins to move in now. Round the wicket, ball to Zorzi. Pitches on off stump. He's onto the front foot defense, out into the offside, and there is no run. The score remains at 101 for 2. So Kemar Roach, 11 overs, 4 maidens, 1 for 32. Gudakesh Motie, 7 overs, no maiden, none for 34. Jason Holder, 5 overs, no maiden, 1 for 13. Jayden Seals, who is bowling now, 10.2 overs, 3 maidens, none for 22. Round the wicket to Zorzi, and he drives to the man at backward point. That is good feeling there, and there's no run. That's Roach. Roach at backward point. Well done, Roach. You know, backward point is usually reserved for your best fielder in the team. And so Roach there at backward point, moving smartly to his left and gathering that cleanly, both hands. Wow, well done, Kemar Roach at backward point. So for the fast bowler to be at backward point, that tells you something, that he's really putting in the work. So there's two slip on the backward point, as I said. There's a backward point, the cover on the mid on short, mid wicket and a square leg. Seals ball to Zorzi, who tucked this off his hip to the man at square leg. Forward of square is to the right of the umpire, and there is no run. So that was a short delivery coming up under the rib cage of Zorzi, and he just took it off his hip to the man there at forward of square, right beside the square leg umpire to his right, and there is no run. So 101 for 2 is the score. West Indies, we must congratulate the West Indies for this performance thus far with the ball. They have beaten the outside edge on a number of occasions, but that's cricket. If every time you beat the outside edge, you took the edge, teams will all out for a very low total. Seals comes in now, ball to Zorzi, defends to that man at backward point again. Good tight bowling here by Jayden Seals. The score remains at 101 for 2. So one delivery to come in this over. So Jayden Seals in his 11th over here. And we should probably see Warrican soon into the attack. Probably. Jason Ola probably need now to bowl another spell of probably 3-4 overs, because the other two, and after these deliveries, both Seals and Roach have bowled 11 overs and Ola only 5. Seals bowl to Zorzi, drives, peel off the outside edge. Good work there by Roach again at backward point as he moves smartly to his right and dive and stop the delivery from passing him. The batsman, however, goes through for a single as it was about 10-15 meters to his right, but smart moving by Roach there at backward point. Really feeling well. Look at the big man go. Wow, he's 34 years old, but he done well there, and he dived and stopped that one. The score moves up now to 102 for 2 at the end of the over. Bavuma is on 9. Zorzi is on 61. So after completing 11 overs, none for 23 for Jayden Seals. So from Motie look to be continuing. We should be seeing Warrican soon. So Christopher Bristol, good morning, man. How are you? Welcome to the show. I appreciate you, my friend. Motie over the wicket to Zorzi. Zorzi on the front foot plays it out into the offside, into the gap there on the offside. Why is such a big gap there to the on the offside to the left arm spinner? Bowling over the wicket to the left-hander. I don't understand that. I definitely don't understand that tactics there for that man, for that such a big gap. I think that was a error there. So Bavuma is on strike. Motie to Bavuma, and he plays it down the onside of the pitch. The bowler skipped across and field, and there is no run. So the left arm spinner bowling over the wicket to the left hander, and you don't have a cover. I don't understand it. You just stop it there and get a singer. Motie, bowl again to Bavuma, who swept this away, padded it away, down to fine leg. Half his middle stump. The fielder from back with a square leg, circle the boundary, comes in and around in the region of a fine leg, picked up, sends the return in. They go back for two. The score moves up to 105 for two. Bavuma is an 11. That ball was crashing into mid and half stump, but he took it on the full. It was a full toss, a low full toss. Motie round the wicket to Bavuma. Good delivery, plays it down the onside of the pitch, and there is no run. The score remains at 105 for 2. So Bavuma is now at 11. Zorzi is on 62. Round the wicket, bowl to Bavuma, who defends again down the offside of the pitch. I think Bavuma is going to come at him there now. The long off need to go back. Push back the long off for this delivery. You call that proactive captaincy. Push back the long off for this delivery, please. Motie to Bavuma, and Bavuma defends down the offside of the pitch, and there is no run. At the end of the over, the score remains 105 for 2. Zorzi on 62. Bavuma is on 11. So that's the end of the over there by Gudakesh Motie. He completed his 8th over, none for 37 from 8 overs. Christopher Bristol believes that West Indies need to apply more pressure. It's not enough. And so probably he wants to see the field come in a little. Athena is saying, greetings, good people. Thank you, Athena. I appreciate you being here. Yes, so it's 105 for 2, Envoy. And please remember, Envoy, share the stream with your friends, man. And let them join in. We want that banter from the South Africans. Share the stream with your friend. We welcome them. We really want to see them joining in. So please share the stream with your friend. It will be our pleasure. So Seals to continue. This will be his 12th over. So he's not going to bowl more overs than any other West Indies bowlers. So 11 over, none for 23. Jayden Seals moves in now. Round the wicket, bowl to Zorzi, who defends down the onside of the pitch. And there is no run. The score remains at 105 for 3. It's raining. It's not really heavy rain, but it's heavier than just a drizzle. You know, so that's the state right now. Not at the ground. Not at the ground. No, where I am. So Zorzi Seckers. Seals comes in now to Zorzi. I'll read your comment after this delivery, Sam St. Ellen. The 2 slips goes down. Seals round the wicket, bowl to Zorzi. Defends out into the offside to the man at cover. And there is no run. The score remains at 105 for 2. Good morning, the Cricket Forum. I'm thinking, rather than asking Roach to throw in the towel, we can reserve him for home series. He bowls well home, away matches, we can bring in the youngsters. That's a good point. He has always bowled well in the West Indies, but when he tours, he doesn't bowl that well. He's round the wicket now. Jayden Seals to Zorzi, bowl to Zorzi, who defends out into the offside. The man at backward point field, and there is no run. As The score remains at 105 for 2. As Seals goes back to the top of his mark, I can read Sherwin with his pessimistic view. 2 slips, backward point, a short cover. You could say a short point who is dead on point. Then there's a cover and a mid-off. Seals to Zorzi. Round the wicket, ball to Zorzi, and Zorzi turned this to the man at mid-on, and there is no run. The score remains at 105 for 2. We have 2 wickets. Good morning to you, Sherwin. Sherwin is saying that we have 2 wickets. I'm very happy and surprised. I predicted South Africa will score 500 runs. Tell me, persons in the chat, do you believe that this man is a supporter of West Indies cricket? You know, I don't think so. I don't think Sherwin is a supporter of West Indies cricket. Seals ball to Zorzi, and he plays this good shot through the covers. He's going to run away towards the boundary. It gets there now for 4. So that Seals is guilty of over pitching, and Zorzi onto the front foot just played it through the cover. It wasn't a full-blooded drive. He more or less just eases it through the covers, makes sure he picked out the gap, and it runs away down to the cover boundary. Just over pitching there, and he played it well down to the cover boundary for 4. So Zorzi now will move up to 66, and the score will move up to 109 for 2. Bavuma remains on 11. Seals now round the wicket to Zorzi, who looks up and see that he's almost there. And Zorzi defends out into the offside to the man at cover, and there is no run. So at the end of the over, the 12th ball by Jayden Seals, 12th over, 3 maidens, none for 27. South Africa 109 for 2. Zorzi on 66. Temba Bavuma, the captain, he is on 11 at the end of the over, 36 overs, 109 for 2. South Africa winning the toss and decided to bat. Good morning, Mr. Cricket Forum. I hope all is well in Jamaica. Yes, most things are well. You know, I hope that those under 15 guys are having a wonderful day. The match is, I think, scheduled to start at 10:30. So I hope anytime now those under 15 matches should start. But probably there's a connection that probably, I don't know. I agree with you, Sean. He's not a West Indian fan. Sean Theodore, good morning to you. Are you saying that he's not a West Indian fan? Motie round the wicket to Bavuma, down the leg side, clipped away, past the square leg umpire. The fielder from backward of square leg comes in but cannot prevent the 2. 2 more to Bavuma. He moves up to 13, 111 for 2, Nelson. So is it that we're going to get a wicket now on Nelson? So Bavuma, so South Africa are on Nelson, 111 for 2, Bavuma seconds. Motie round the wicket, ball to Bavuma. On the middle stump, he plays it to the man at mid-wicket, and there is no run. This is very interesting. I think Bavuma really want to carry Motie over the top again. And is any chance he gets, he's going to pounce on it. Balls to Bavuma and defends down the onside of the pitch, and there is no run. The score remains at 111 for 2. $111 for 2, the score remains. Motie to Bavuma is off the back foot. He strokes it into the offside. You will get a single there. So the score is 111 for 112 now. 112 now for 2. As Zorzi comes in to strike the face up to the left arm spinner. I really do hope that this time they have a cover for him. The previous occasion there were no cover, but I definitely hope that on this occasion there is a cover. You need the cover there to stop that single. He bowls to Zorzi and he plays it out into the cover. But there the feel that made off save it this time, and they were saying that probably there was a single there if I just force it a little harder. Oh, is the tactics. I'm trying to understand the tactics here, and I'm going to give you my opinion on the tactics here. Because there may be something here. Motie, ball to Zorzi, And that one turns a little. There was just a little turn there as it comes back into him. I'm just giving my opinion. Why there is no cover, I think they are looking to out Zorzi through the gate. That they want him to open up to try and drive through that gap in the cover and turn back that ball and beat the inside edge of the bat and out bowl him. I think probably that's the tactics they are looking at. And so, Sherwin, this one is for you. How could you be a supporter and is wishing for the worst? You know, you're supporting. So Sherwin is saying that. So Jason Older, yes, it is good to see that Jason Older having bowled only 5 overs so far, while the other 2 pace bowlers have bowled 11 and one have bowled 12. That it is good to see that he gets back the ball and is bowling because he has to do his work. He has to do his work. He cannot hide in the field. So hopefully this is a 6-over spell by him. Over the wicket to Bavuma, leaves alone outside the half stump through to the keeper, and there is no run. So hopefully he will bowl 6 on the trot. You know, because Older doesn't bowl from far. He doesn't run in fast. So having Older bowl 3 overs in 3-over spell, I don't understand it. There's no need for Older to bowl 3-over spells. He's playing as a 5th bowler. Therefore, he's the man who's to do the donkey work with the spinners. Over the wicket to Bavuma, drive, beaten outside this half stump, goes through to the keeper for a moment there. I thought it took the edge, well bowled over, Older. That was pitched up. Bavuma into the drive, misses, goes through to the keeper, and that one doesn't end its line. It just leave him ever so slightly. Good delivery there by Jason Older. We need 6 overs of that from the big man. 6 overs of that. And so Sherwin is trying to defend his position. He said, sir, I am a big supporter. Let's watch Older. Over the wicket, ball to Bavuma. Going for the glory delivery there, but he plays it down to mid-on and there is no run. So Older just trying to bowl that one, start a little straighter, but it didn't move away again. You know, the previous one just move away ever so slightly. But instead of start it here again this time, he's tried to start it further onto the stump, but it didn't move away. And so it was a bit straight and Bavuma plays it down to mid-on and there is no run. Older to Bavuma and Bavuma defends again down to mid-on. Good bowling here by Jason Older. So this is good from Jason Older. So 5.3 overs, 5.4 overs, 1 for 13. So I am just not impressed with the selected squad. You know, Older Roach, Warrican chosen as bowlers to me are piss poor choices. Older. Over the wicket, bowls to Bavuma and Bavuma drives, cannot beat cover, and there is no run. But Sherwin, although, so you're not a supporter of West Indies then, Sherwin, because you're supporting players and not West Indies as a collective. Because if you're a supporter of West Indies, even if you disagree with the players that are selected, you should still support the West Indies. So you're coming across as a supporter of players and not the West Indies. As Older bowl to Bavuma, he leaves it alone outside the half stump, through to the keeper. Made by Older. 6 overs, 1 for 13. At the end of the over, that's over number what? 38 or 39. Over number 13-8, 112 for 2. Made by Older there. So Older, 6 overs, 1 for 13, his first maiden. All right, so if there are piss poor choices, who should have been selected instead? Selector Birdman, yeah, I got your point, but you know, and that is why I always preach in this community and try to get the community to understand that we have to support the team that is playing. Because We all have favorite players, but West Indies is our favorite team, which I think is a bigger picture. Over the wicket to Zorzi. Zorzi onto the front foot, plays that to the man at cover. So the theory that I had that they are leaving the space open in the offside to try and bowl in through the gate, that theory gone through the window now because there's a man at cover. Ball to Zorzi, reverse sweep, down away towards third man for 4. So he just reverse swept that down to third man for 4. The score moves up now to 116 for 2. So Zorzi moves up to 70. So Zorzi moves up to 70. And so just, so we have to support the team as a collective. I'm going to say something, though, about the bowling. Motie over is going to be very quick. So let's watch Motie. Comes in now to Zorzi, 70. Bowl to Zorzi, and Zorzi drive down to long on for a single. He will go up to 71. The score move up now to 117. While I support the playing 11, I would not necessarily have picked the 2 left-arm orthodox spinner. Because right now, at this very moment, you wish you have an off spinner turning the ball away from Zorzi. Gudakesh Motie bowl to Bavuma, who drives this down to long for a single. And so the score moves up now to 116 for 2. I think I lost you there, but that I hope you are hearing me loud and clear. When is that one thing is the other? But I'm sure you are hearing me loud and clear. So thank you for being here. Bowls to Zorzi, and Zorzi plays this out into the offside. Down where backward point should have been. Runs definitely coming too easily at this moment now. I don't like this at all. 119 for 2. 119 for 2. 1 to coming over number 39. Definitely don't like this. Runs is coming far too easily. Gudakesh Motie round the wicket, bowl to Bavuma, and Bavuma plays this to the man at backward point. The score at the end of over number 39 or 119 for 2. So the point that I want to make is that I said it yesterday that I would have played 2 spinners, but I wouldn't have played the same 2 left-arm orthodox spinner. I said that yesterday. I would not have played the 2 left-arm orthodox spinner. So I would have played 1 off spinner and I would have played the left-arm orthodox spinner so that they turn in both directions. So here's the left-hander batting. Clearly, he's just picking off. He's just picking off Motie. He just continues to pick him off. I would have loved to have the off spinner turning across him at this time. Definitely would have loved to have the off spinner turning across him. But that is not the case because we have 2 of the same, So I would have said it from yesterday that I would have gone, although I would have gone with the 2 spinners, I would have gone with the off spinner instead. So this is a drinks break. I think this is a drinks break. So they are on the drinks break. So no cricket going on at this moment. They are on the drinks break. Bear with me. $109 for 119 for 2 it is. Bavuma is on 15. Zorzi is on 72. West Indies now need to get a breakthrough. So 1-0. The score is now 119. So Jason Older to continue. He's over the wicket to bowl to Zorzi. In bowl to Zorzi, and Zorzi defends to the man, that man there at short point, dead end point, and there is no run. Thank you, Selector Birdman. I appreciate it. Good morning to the program. West Indies must win. I agree. Good morning, Orin. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate you joining us. So as we are half hour away from lunch. Half an hour away from lunch. Older to Zorzi, and Zorzi flashes at this outside the half stump to the man at backward point, and there is no run. Half an hour away from lunch, we are at this moment in the match. So this is Older now. Going back to the top of his mark. David Burton is saying, good morning, Mr. Brown. Sherwin talk bad about West Indies. Every platform he go. I hear him all the time. He's not a supporter of West Indies. Older over the wicket to Zorzi, places out to cover. And there is no run. Sherwin, you see, Sherwin, you're a legend of this community, you know, Sherwin. But you can't be bad-mouthing the West Indies at all times, Sherwin. So 3 deliveries to come in the 40th over. 119 for 2. Zorzi on 72 as he faces up to the veteran West Indies fast bowler over the wicket, ball to Zorzi. Again, he places out into the offside to the man at cover. And there is no run. The score remains at 119 for 2. So Sherwin, Yogesh Ponya, can West Indies win here? Yes, West Indies can win, because at 119 for 2, I think this match is still in the balance. If West Indies should get another 2 or 3 wickets and say South Africa 180 for 5, then that would be good. Outside the off stump from Older, the batsman leaves alone as it goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. So that would be good, but if South Africa put on a good partnership from here now, it will be very interesting. It will be very interesting to see what happened from here. But I would love to see it here now. So there are definitely some issues with connection somewhere along the line. I don't know where it is, but for a moment there got something just now. So let's watch again now. Older makes his way now. Passes the umpire, ball to Zorzi with the fence, and there is no run. So that's the situation there now. No run. I'm back. Whoa. Well, this camera is showing me again. Well, this camera is of a life of its own. So Bavuma is on 15. Zorzi is on 72. 119 for 2. The batsman there just having a little talk there. As we approach lunch on the second day, just about half an hour to go. Motie So that's another made over by Jason Older, a second consecutive made. And this is what we want. If Jason Older is going to justify his place in the team, this is what we want the big fast bowler to do. Tie up one end, maiden after maiden, and get 4 or 5 wickets a match. Bowl long spell. Motie to Bavuma, and Bavuma defends out into the offside, and there is no run. 119 for 2, the score remains. Motie to Bavuma plays this out into the offside again, and there is no run. So this is good from so Sherwin has been challenged, and Sherwin is fighting back, but Sherwin can't. There's no way you can explain. There's no way. Sherwin, there's no argument you can come up with to win. Gudakesh Motie, the left arm spin around the wicket, bowl to Bavuma, and he strokes this down to long off for a singer. The score moves up now to 120 for 2. Bavuma has now moved up to what? 16. So 16 for Bavuma. Tony the Zorzi, who is on 72, comes back into strike. He has faced 124 deliveries thus far, hitting 7 fours and 2 sixes. Bavuma have only hit 1 4. Motie in his 11th over, none for 48, no maiden. He comes in round the wicket, bowl to Zorzi, and he clipped this to the man at short mid wicket, and there is no run. The score remains at 120 for 2. Just tapping away at the pitch there is Bavuma. Just holding up the play as Motie comes into Zorzi, that pitch outside the leg stump. He plays it to the man at short square leg, and there is no run after 41 overs. South Africa 120 for 2. Motie have completed his 11th over, none for 48. Jason Older now to pick up the bowling from the other end, having bowled 7 overs, 2 maidens. His last 2 overs have been maidens, and this is good from Jason Older, but this is what we expect from the big man. Thank you very much, Yogesh Puna. You are watching from India. Please share the stream with your friend and allow them to watch from India. You know, this is West Indies cricket as Jason Older. Thank you for joining our live watch along. We are just about half hour away from lunch. Now, if I go up to lunch, that will be 2.5 hours. Wow, 2.5 hours. Can you imagine? All that to Bavuma, and that one squared him up. However, it got the outside portion of the bat, and it goes to the man at cover, and there is no run. So I'm going for 2 hours now. So I'm doing this for the past 2 hours. Not bad at all. This is good, bro. Two hours on a hungry belly. Have to be eating fruits and drinking water. Sure, Mrs. Cricket Foreman, I've prepared something lovely. All that to Bavuma drives down to mid-on, and there is no run. And David Jackson, welcome, David Jackson. I'm here especially for you, sir. You know, good morning. I am unable to see the match live. I am still without cable and internet here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines due to the passage of Hurricane Verreynne. Has Warrican bowled yet? No, he has not yet bowled. Older over the wicket, bowl to Bavuma onto the front foot, plays it down to the bowler, who uses foot to kick it to the man at mid-off, and there is no run. So, you know, James Anderson have those good football skills. He was at us flick it up. But this is really good, high-class, holding bowling from Older. Back of the length, outside half stump, coming back into the batsman. This is very, very good. And see, from Older, I love this from Jason Older. Over the wicket, slips, goes down, bowl to Bavuma, drives, peel off the outside portion of the bat. It running away towards third man. Motie gives chase. He picked it up just about 5 meters within the boundary, sends the return in In the meantime, the batsman goes through for 2. So that one was pitched up by Jason Older. Bavuma into the drive. It peels off the outside edge and it ran away down to third man. And they got 2. The score moves up now to 122 for 2. Bavuma moves up to 18. But that was a streaky shot. Well bowled Jason Older. Luring Bavuma into a fall shot. Nonetheless, he got 2. Over the wicket to Bavuma, tight on the middle half stump. He defends down the half side of the pitch to the man coming in from cover, and there is no run. The score remains at 122 for 2. Really good from Jason Older. Very impressed with Jason Older here. As Bavuma is on 18. The score remains at 122 for 2. So this is Jason Older, 8 overs, none for 15. Over the wicket to Bavuma, allows it to go through outside the off stump, and there is no run. So Jason Older, after 8 overs, 2 maders, 1 for 15. South Africa winning the toss and deciding to bat are 122 for 2. The Zorzi is on 72. With him is the South African captain, Temba Bavuma, on 18. And after 42 overs, they are 122 for 2. Stephen Barrow, I don't get. Oh, I think you and Sherwin. And Sherwin, you're wrong. Warrican is from Barbados. He's from Barbados, Sherwin. So you're wrong. Mr. Casanova is saying, cannot allow this Zorzi guy to get 100 on us. Definitely, we will not want him to get 100. So Motie to continue. He decides to go around the wicket to Zorzi, and that one pitched on off stump comes back into Zorzi. He plays it to the man at forward square leg, and there's no run. Comes in now. Round the wicket, ball to Zorzi, and Zorzi taken on the pad. There is no run. It popped out to a forward short leg to where silly mid-off would have been, and there is no run, but it's on the pad. I don't think there's any back there. That one pitch just about mid and leg stump and straightening. So they have decided to cramp Zorzi for room here now. So it did come off the gloves and have gone straight to forward to silly mid-off, but there's none. And you can understand why. So there's a slip and a leg slip, forward square leg short, longer, pulled away, down to the man on the backward square leg boundary. That's Jason Older, who lobs the return into the keeper. They go through for a single that was short, but it kept low. So after I think the moisture that was there from the covering, I think it is now drying out. I think the pitch is now drying out, so we should expect to see this pitch now starting to keep a little lower. 123 for 2, Bavuma defends out into the offside, the keeper field, and there is no run. The score remains 123 for 2 as Motie stay around the wicket to both left-handed and right-handed. A slip, the leg slip, a backward point, short cover, Motie ball to Bavuma off the back foot. He strokes this down to the fielder on the cover boundary, and they got a single. The score will move up now to 124 for 2. 124 for 2. Bavuma moves up to 19. The Zorzi, who's on 73, comes back into strike. Motie staying around the wicket. Forward short leg, a leg slip. So they are looking to bowl straight to him here now. Not to cramp him for room, sir. They're attacking mid and leg stump, ball to Zorzi, but that one was the arm ball. It goes across him. He defends it. At the end of the over, it's 122 for 2. Gudakesh Motie, 12 overs, none for 50. So yes, Sherwin, Warrican is from Barbados, not from St. Vincent. And you were saying that cannot allow this Zorzi guys to get 100, say Mr. Casanova. Envoy is saying that lovely batting so far from the top order. Grind out and tire the West Indies bowlers. That definitely should be the approach. And Warrican is coming into the attack. He deserves a bowl. But why is Jason older, who's bowling from a very short run-up, I'm bringing at bowling at 125, 128 kilometers per hour. Bowling very well in my view is only bowling 3 over spell. How can that be justified? If Jason Ola is unable to bowl more than 3 over spell, why is he in the team? Let's Warrican bowl his first delivery to Bavuma, and he plays it down the onside of the pitch, and Warrican bowl. Let's wish Warrican the best of luck. Round the wicket, slip on the leg slip, bowl to Bavuma. He get a little turn there, pitch on about mid and leg. That one straight a little, and there is no run. I don't understand it. Warrican bowl to Bavuma tight. That's the arm ball that comes back into him. He plays it down the pitch on the offside. Warrican field, and there is no run. Let's watch now. Warrican. Round the wicket comes in now. Bowl to Bavuma, who places back down the pitch, and there is no run. So Bavuma is eyeing wide cover. He is high in that area between cover and mid-off, extra cover region. Let's watch. Warrican comes in now. Bowl to Bavuma, and that's the arm ball coming into him. He just gives himself a little room to access the delivery so that he plays it in front of him. And there is no run. So Warrican here now. Not a bad start. He comes in now to bowl to Bavuma. He's in bowl to Bavuma, and Bavuma defends. And so Warrican starts with a maiden. At the end of the over, South Africa are still 124 for 2. So Warrican starts with a maiden. All right, so help me to understand this. And I really want your comments. Jason Ola, 2 overs, 3 overs, 3 overs. He bowled well. He's bowling at 125, 128. His run-up is no more than probably the length of a pitch, a little longer than that, maybe the length of a pitch. He ambers into bowl. Motie to Zorzi defends out into the offside, and there's no run. He ambers into bowl, and he's bowling well. He's not going for runs. He beats the bat more than 1 occasions. He bowled 2 maiden overs. Motie to Zorzi, tight, plays it to the man at short mid-wicket, and there is no run. Why is he bowling on a 3 over spell? Why? Is he unfit to bowl 5 over spell? If he's unfit to bowl 5 over spell, why is he in the team? Motie to Zorzi, who places to the right of the man at mid-off, who is Jayden Seals. They got a single. He moves up to 74. The score moves up to 125 for 2. As we approach lunch, 22 minutes away. Motie bowls to Bavuma, defends into the offside, and there is no run. You're saying Warrican is from St. Vincent. He just played for Barbados. That's what you're saying. I know that I can be wrong, you know. Yes, he was born in Richmond Hill, St. Vincent. Thank you, Sherwin. Yes, he was born in Richmond Hill, St. Vincent. I always thought that he was from Barbados. So Sherwin, 1 up, man. I owe you a drink. 1 up. But I always thought that he was from Barbados. 125. 126 for 2 at the end of 45 overs. I always thought that he was from Barbados, but he was from He's from Richmond Hill. He was born in Richmond Hill, St. Vincent. So Jomel Warrican was born in Richmond Hill, St. Vincent on May 20th, 1992. So he's 32 years old and 80 days. So thank you for that. I agree. I want to see Zorzi get 150 plus against West Indies. So that's the banter. That's the banter. You know. Okay. So I always thought that he was from Barbados. Oh, thank you, Mikyle. Yeah, all right, cool. As Warrican is in now, to go to Bavuma, he drives down to wide of long off. That area I told you that he's lining up. They go through for a single on the ground. 127 for 2, 20 minutes away from lunch. Yes, so there are a lot of persons telling me that he was born in St. Vincent. Thank you all. I know him as a Barbadian. So is he a Barbadian citizen? Because I may still be right, you know, although that is just nitpicking. Warrican to Zorzi, who places out into the offside. No, it's not nitpicking enough. I agree that he was born in St. Vincent. But if he's a citizen of Barbados, I am right. Just banter still. But thanks for the correction. You know, I appreciate it. I think Ola turn away, down back with a square leg. That's Zorzi. The fielder comes in, they go through for a single. He will now move up to 75. The score is now 128 for 2. Stephen Barry saying that Olders put on a lot of weight. Yes, I can see that. Warrican bowl to Bavuma, defense into the offside, and there is no run. Envoy saying that Bavuma is a little vulnerable to spin with, as Warrican bowls to Bavuma and he defends out to the down back the pitch, and there is no run. So let's watch this delivery from Warrican. He comes in now to bowl to Bavuma. He aborts his run up. There's a slip and a leg slip. Comes in, bowl to Bavuma, and Bavuma is down the pitch, drives. Lazy there from Older. Absolutely lazy. I was just about to say that he cannot beat the man at mid-on, but Warrican was down the pitch. He drives, lazy Older. Lazy Older comes across. Instead of bending at the knee and pick up the ball, he just stuck out his foot. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely ridiculous from Jason Older. Why on earth is that man on a cricket field representing the West Indies? Oh, it's just a pity that you have to support him because he played for the West Indies. But that's ridiculous from Jason Older. Absolute garbage in the field. It goes away for 4 down to long on. So Warrican pitched up to Zorzi, to Bavuma. He drives, a half drive, and Jason Older, instead of he bend and picked up the delivery, he just pushed out his foot and allows it to run away down to long on for 4. Incredulous. Incredulous. Look at that. Absolutely rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. David Jackson is saying that the period after lunch would be crucial. West Indies need wickets after lunch. As Motie comes in now to bowl to Bavuma defense in the offside. If this partnership blossom after lunch, South Africa would take the advantage. West Indies cannot afford that. Jason Older does not respect us. Motie bowls to Bavuma, who drives down to long off for a single. And the score moves up to 134 for 2. 134 for 2. As we watch Gudakesh Motie comes in now to Zorzi, who is on 76. Bavuma is on 26. Motie in his 14th over, none for 54 so far. Leg slip and a forward short leg bowls to Zorzi defense. He's not really getting any turn here because he's bowling a very tight line to Zorzi, hoping that the ball will turn. That's why they have a leg slip and a forward short leg. So they're looking to get him out on the onside here, but Motie is not turning. That one turn, and he plays it to the man at leg slip on the bounce. Good effort there, though. That's how they're looking to get him out. So that one turn, and Zorzi looking to turn it, and it goes on the bounce to the man at leg slip. Let's watch Gudakesh Motie. Comes in again, bowl to Zorzi, and he defends. Solid in defense. Plays it down the offside of the pitch, and there is no run. At the end of over number 47, South Africa, 134 for 2. If Jason Holder respect us any at all, we are here supporting him. More than 50% of you, of us, don't believe that he should be in the team. That's what the poll said. We did a poll. More than 50% of us don't believe he should be in the team. Nonetheless, we are here supporting him. And instead of giving 100% or 110% on the field to show appreciation for that support that we are giving him, despite we don't believe that he should be in the team, what he did is to throw that support in our face and not giving a full effort on the field. So instead of bending down and stopping the cricket ball and sliding and stopping the cricket ball, he just pushed a lazy foot towards it. And that's how he repays our support. Incredulous, ridiculous. Warrican to Bavuma, down the pitch, and he drives down to the man and the wide cover boundary, the wide extra cover for a singer. The score should move up now to 135 for 2. Bavuma is on 27. The Zorzi on 76 comes into strike. Warrican over the wicket to the Zorzi, and he plays it to the right of the man at short mid wicket down to the fielder on the long on, coming off the long on boundary. And they go through for a singer. The score is now 136 for 2. 136 for 2. That brought up the 50th partnership. I must apologize, but you know that you realize that Jason Holder effort in the field just now sapped my energy. It absolutely sapped my energy, that effort. I'm just trying to get it back. You see, you are here willing those guys on the field to do well, willing them, supporting them. And he did that. He just absolutely sucked my energy. 136 for 2 after 48 overs. MD said that Seals hold the ball up in their rib cage, rough them up, don't let them second. Sorry, MD, but Holder cannot do that. While Seals probably can do that. Motie to Zorzi, and he plays it back down the pitch. That's the second delivery of the over. 136 for 2. Once again, Motie. Round the wicket to Zorzi, who swept this away. Down back with a square leg, straight to lazy Older, who lobs the return into the keeper. And there is a single 137 for 2 now. The Zorzi moves up to 78. Bavuma is on 27. He comes into strike. There's a slip for him. Motie round the wicket and a leg slip. He defends. The man at backward point comes in field. Underarm the return to the keeper. And there is no run. The score remains at 137 for 2. Gudakesh Motie tore the ball in his hand. He comes in. Goal to Bavuma, and Bavuma defends. Out into the offside. Joshua the Silva from behind the stumps comes up, picks it up, and sends the return back to the bowler. The score remains at 137 for 2. As Motie comes in round the wicket, a slip on a leg slip, bowls to Bavuma, who strokes this out into the offside to the man at short extra cover. There's a backward point, there's a cover, and there's a short extra cover. So at the end of the overs, as we see the groundsmen in their cloak getting ready, it seems like it's very dark, it's very overcast, but it's 137 for 2 as I go through some of your comments as we pushed up to lunch. Sherwin, I have always said that we do not, more than 50 of us, more than 50% of us do not believe that he should be playing. Nonetheless, we are supporting him as he comes in. Both to Zorzi, swept, reverse sweep, he's out, caught at first slip. And so Warrican got the breakthrough. Lovely by Warrican. Just as we pushed up the lunch, Zorzi went for the reverse sweep, took the top edge, lodged to the man at first slip, and so Zorzi gone out, caught at first slip. So Warrican, he went for the reverse sweep off the back of the bat, straight to Hodge at first slip, and Warrican got the breakthrough. South Africa lost their third wicket. They are now 137 for 3. Warrican, well done, Warrican, well done. So Sherwin, what I'm saying is different from what you're saying. Every single one of us that is watching this match, that is supporting the West Indies team, there's a player or players on the field who we think that should not be there. Every single one of us. However, we still support that player as a collective, as a part of the West Indies team. What I'm saying is something different from what you are saying, Sherwin. Envoy, you are a South African man, so I understand that. I understand that. Gary Rose is saying, I mentioned to you yesterday about left and right and spinners bowling in tandem. When last did this occur? I can't recall, but thank you very much. Clifton Lewis, how are you? Clifford Lewis, that sounds like someone that I know. The feeling was the same in England. Nothing has changed. And, you know, nothing has changed. Jamar Small is saying, West Indies need more wickets. We cannot let South Africa feel comfortable. Yes, and it was a timely wicket. Bedingham, this is I want to get his name right. I want to get his name absolutely right. It's Bedin, but I'm going to get his name right here. Bedingham. Warrican to Bedingham, who defends down the offside of the pitch. The bowler fielding is followed through, and there is no run. There is no run here. So well done. I'm just making a note of something here. Zorzi was 220, somewhere around 220. So Bedingham is off the mark, just chucking that one down back with a square leg for a single. And it's 138 for 3. 138 for 3. You know, I thank you, Warrican. Thank you, Zorzi, for pulling out the reverse sweep. Thank you very much. Because that I'm telling you, that piece of fielding from Ola had sapped my energy. Sapped it. Warrican, round the wicket to Bavuma, is down the pitch, plays it down to the man down in the region of Midan. The fielder from short mid wicket skipped across and field, and there is no run. Just about 8 to 10 minutes before lunch, Warrican bowls to Bavuma and he cuts this away. Cannot beat backward point and there is no run. The score remains at 138 for 3. One delivered to come in over number 50. He comes in now, bowl to the South African captain, round the wicket, bowl to Bavuma, defends out into the offside, and there is no run at the end of over number 50. South Africa winning the toss and decided to bat are 138 for 3. Bavuma that out on 27. David Bedingham is on 1 from 2 deliveries. The batsman out, Markram for 9. Stubbs for 20. And in this over, Zorzi out for 78. 145 deliveries, 7-4, 2 sixes. He's out 137. He went with the score 137. So after 50 overs, South Africa 138 for 3. I love it when the other team play that reverse sweep. This is a rare shot. That is a rare shot in cricket. Lovely game. This is shaping up to be. Yes, if West Indies can go now, bam, bam. And as I said, have them 170, 175 for 5. Motie bowls to Bedingham. There are 2 slips and a man at silly mid off. A backward point and a short extra cover. So 2 slips here. Hold that first slip. Hodge that second slip. A man under the bat on the offside. Bedingham cuts this away. Loose there from Motie. Beat the backward point. Brathwaite is giving chase. Cannot get there. Goes into the boundary for 4. And Bedingham moves up to 5. The score moves up to 142 for 3. That was short and wide from Motie. And Bedingham, thank you. He just cut it away. Pass backward point. It kept low though. Beat backward point. Motie has to be tighter to the half stop than that. Sorry about that. 142 for 3. Motie round the wicket, bowls to Stubbs. He drives this down to long on. Diving a foot by the fielder there at long off. Long on. That mid on, that is Jason Seals. He didn't pick it up cleanly, but he put in the slide and was able to stop it. If it was Jason Older, it would have been 4 runs. Instead, Lazy Older is at first slip. They recognize that Lazy Older is best in the slip. Bowl to Bedingham who drives through the offside. Work here for Warrican. He's going to run very close to the boundary. He pull it back just about 2 meters in the boundary. He got support from Keacy Carty, who sends the return in. But in the meantime, the South African batsman gone through for 3. So there's 3 more runs here now. And I really, really think that Motie hasn't bowled as well as one would hope he should have done. You know, he hasn't bowled as well as one would have expected. 145 for 3 as Bavuma comes back into strike. So Bavuma is on 27 as Gudakesh Motie comes in now. Round the wicket, bowl to Bavuma who defends into the offside, and there is no run. 1 to coming over number 51. This is Gudakesh Motie's 16th over. None for 62 so far. He comes in now at this stage of his bowling spell. None for 62 from 15.5. Round the wicket, slip on a first slip. Bowl to Bavuma. Drives to the man coming in off the long off boundary. He was halfway there, but there was no run, so the score remains at what? No, they got a single. Sorry about that. They got a single. So Bavuma will move up to 28. He will keep the strike. Bedingham will remain on 8. So 146 for 3 at the end of over number 51. West Indies and Verreynne both are back. Thank you very much, Punya, tuning in from India. So the groundsmen are ready. It looks like, well, it's nice to see one of them remove his cloak and walking away. So it means then that the rain is probably going away. So it's nice to see that. Envoy said, whenever South Africa are about to get away, West Indies get a wicket. Very good. That is so true. This is turning out to be a very good match. 146 for 3 as Warrican bowled to Bavuma, and he defends into the offside, and there is no run. Slip and a leg slip. Warrican bowled to Bavuma. He gets some turn there as the Bavuma was looking to play through the onside. It then peel off the outer portion of the bat as it did turn. So this is lovely from Warrican. Well, apparently it never turned. Warrican to Bavuma, down the pitch, drive. The man at short extra cover field and there is no run. So Bavuma then probably was looking to turn it into the onside and probably just play 2 straight. Warrican to Bavuma is onto the front foot. He strokes it in the gap between backward point and mid-off, looking for a single, but it's not on. 146 for 3. This is really good from Warrican. And one must have to say at this point that Warrican has bowled Motie at this point. Warrican bowls to Bavuma. Bavuma is down the pitch, drive, beat the bowler who stopped it, off-stopped it, and lazy older skipped across from mid-on and field. They go through for a single. 147 for 3. 147 for 3. Bavuma moves up now to 29. Bedingham, who is an 8, comes into strike. Warrican just making some adjustment in the field. So there's a slip, a leg slip, a backward point. He's pushing back the long off right onto the boundary. There's a short extra cover and a sweep on the boundary. Warrican goes to Bedingham, who defends at the end of over number 52. Is that lunch? Or one more over to go? It looks to be lunch. We'll get one more over. One more over. So let me go through your comment. 2.5 hours on the trot. Nice and relaxed. Without food, just some fruits. Wow. Please smash a like on the video. And please support our hurricane relief effort. You can also support the channel if you want to. There are a number of links which you can do either. But we're more interested at this time that you support the hurricane relief effort. You know, please. There are links in the video description. The link is scrolling across the bottom of the screen there. Motie to bowl the final over before lunch. A full toss to Bavuma, who drives it down to long off. And as soon as this broadcast ends, which we'll do at the end of the over, the link will also be in the comment section, pinned at the top. So you can support the channel and you can support our hurricane relief effort. Gary Rose is saying, seems as though West Indies, when I come on, a wicket fall. Oh, that's good, Gary Rose. So what you need to do is to go off and come back on probably every 2 overs. And that would be lovely. Motie to Bedingham off the back foot, beat backward point. Chase for Brathwaite again. He's going to pull it up just about 10 meters within the boundary and they come back for 2. And so 2 more to Bedingham. That will take him up now to 10. The scores are 150. So the South African 150 came up after 52.2 overs. That brought up the South African 50. They are scoring at 2.86 runs per over. Motie round the wicket to Bedingham. He clipped this away. To the man at mid-on looking for a single. It's not on. The score remains at 150 for 3. In the final over before lunch on the second morning of the first test match between West Indies and South Africa. I don't think I will be back for the afternoon session after going so long, but I'll definitely be back for the final session as Bedingham played that down the onside of the pitch to the bowler who fielded his follow through and there is no run. 1 delivery to come before lunch. Gudakesh Motie round the wicket. To bowl to Bedingham who plays this down to mid-on and there is no run. Oh, sorry, there's 1 more delivery. I was ahead of myself there. 4 deliveries. 5 deliveries. So there are 2 slip. Lazy Older is at first slip. Hodge is at second slip. And there's a man under the bat on the offside as he bowled to Bedingham, who plays this diving effort from the man there at mid-on, misses though, he stopped it somehow though, and they go through for a single, and so the score moves up now at lunch. South Africa are 152 for 3. 152 for 3 at lunch. It should be lunch. And so after 53 overs, so that's, they got in, they started at 15 for 38 overs. Well done, West Indies. So West Indies bowling 38 overs in that session. Well done. Congratulations. So there's a lot of things that I love about this effort by the West Indies in the field. And one of them is really bowling the 38 overs in the session. So they bowled 38 overs in the session, conceded 107 runs. 107 runs, 38 overs. 3 would have been 3,824. 3 would have been 114. Am I right? 3 runs are over, been 114. So they have conceded less than 3 runs and over in the session, despite bowling 38 overs. That is brilliant, you know. That is bowling an over on average in 4 minutes. So congratulations. So 4 minutes, brilliant from the West Indies. There's a lot of things that I love about this. David Jackson is saying the person most likely to replace Jason Ola. Well, as I said, you know, we really want to support those who are on the field, and I know David Jackson. So other persons will think that is Chase, some will think that is Sinclair, some will think that is Justice Breeze, and it will take us into another realm. So we just want to keep an agenda for this. Yes, well done, Warrican. Pressure most applied. Just check Warrican bowling figures. He bowled well. 5 overs, 1 for 10. Splendid. 5 overs, 1 made, 1 for 10. So Warrican at this stage is definitely out bowling Gudakesh Motie. And those sort of rivalries good for the team when persons try to outdo other. Bedingham is key. Yes, he has been playing well. He played well in New Zealand also. Jamor Small believe that we should bowl them, don't let them reach 300. As Labachain say, any score over 300 in cricket, whether Test cricket, ODI, or T20, is a good total. Mark Morris is saying the captain is not rotating the bowlers right because he should have Older and Warrican in the attack, not Motie and Warrican. Older was bowling very good on the stumps. Mark Morris, I would have loved to see Older and Warrican bowling. But why Motie, although he's not really at his best, have to be constantly bowling so many overs is because Older is unfit. He's overweight, he's unfit, and he cannot bowl more than 3 overs at a time. So that's the basic truth about the situation. If Older could bowl 5 overs spell, Motie would not have been bowling so many overs, although Motie is not bowling as well as one was expected him to. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you later in the day. I don't think I'll be back for the post-lunch session, but definitely for the afternoon session. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Hopefully, by the time I join you, South Africa would have probably been 7 wickets done. Have a great day. Take care.